tires, right?
Good.
We're not gonna have anybody on the tire crack, so that's up to you. If someone comes up to you and they're like, hey, you jumped or something, I mean, they need to, if they're gonna say that, they probably should have somebody on the camera if they're worried about it.
I'm gonna give everybody 5, but if you bump, I'm going to the next guy. And after 5, I'm gonna drop back.
No, we'll call forward. We'll say forward movement of the car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
How's it feel? Just won your first race.
I thought it was broke though. I was clanking like crazy. No, it's your exhaust. Your exhaust dragging. I don't know what it went. I shifted at the wrong time. Like nothing went good, but it looked clean.
At this point in the race, I thought I had broken the truck on the very first pass, the very first race on the truck at the airport. So when I got back, I wasn't super excited about the win, and I should have been because it was my first win. And when I was editing the video, I saw how excited Joey was. I think Joey was more excited than me for sure because I thought the truck was broke. I was still excited to get the win, but I didn't think I was going to go to the next round because something was making a lot of noise. The guys were just yelling at me, hey, your exhaust fell off, your exhaust fell off. So about halfway through the pass, the exhaust was blown off because I didn't have the right clamp on there, or it wasn't tight. So the exhaust is just banging around, smacking the cross member and clanking on the ground. So it made a ton of noise, and I just, like I said, I thought, well, dang, it's the first pass out, first race, first round, whatever, and the truck was broke. So I feel bad seeing that Joey, he ran up to the window and he's like, hey, how's it feel to win your first race? And I was not super responsive because I was thinking about the truck. So it's kind of a bummer because I should have been more excited. It was an exciting win. It's going on to the next round. We ended up taking that section of the exhaust off, I think, so just so we could get up for the next round. It was quite a bit louder, and I drew the buy run for the second round, which is great because, you know, one pass on the truck on foot brake. This race, it's a modified streetcar class, so you have to use the foot brake, in which I hadn't done up until this point. So it was a little bit of a challenge to see what it was going to leave on and just really see how the truck was going to do off the foot brake and that RPM. So we're going up for the buy run, and then you'll see that in the next clip, and we'll see how the truck does.
Phil.
So loud in here. I think the tailpipe's smacking my cross member.
didn't film anything else after finishing the race that day. The truck worked pretty decent. I mean, for the first race out, and being on the foot brake, I thought it did pretty well. It's not quite enough power to keep up with the turbo guys, as you can see. In this class, NA combo can be on a slick. The turbo guys have to be on a 17-inch with a radial tire. So that's kind of the equalizer between somebody that's got 1,000 horsepower and like the truck that's got just about 300. It was a pretty decent, like I said, it was a decent race because I 60-footed him and then he caught me. But he actually rolled through the line and they called it a jump. So, I mean, at the track, there'd be a red light, whatever. He pushed through the line before the light turned on. So they gave me the win. But that's not how you want to win. He definitely had the faster car, but things like that happen. I like that there's a little bit of an extra challenge to having to leave on the foot brake. That adds a little bit of tuning aspect to it, and just a little extra thing to worry about. Because if I could leave on a lot of RPM, it's a different race because there's more power in the truck and it's going to leave harder. So having that foot brake rule I like there at the airport race. It was a fun day. We had some testing late in the day that got the truck a little bit faster, and we're going to go into the next race, which is the next video, which will be in Muncie just about a week or two after this race, and that'll be a very similar class, but we'll be able to use the trans brake. We'll see how it goes and just keep moving forward because there's not a lot of horsepower on the table in the truck, but if we can get the chassis to work, I think it's going to do pretty well.